Hello everyone, how are you doing today? We are going to discuss a very interesting concept about the speaking section of IELTS. So when I took, I was, uh, I didn't get an opportunity to practice on IELTS speaking section specifically, and I was a little skeptical about my performance. But when I took the test, I found that I scored 8.5 in speaking, which was quite surprising for me because I was very doubtful about how I spoke and what I did. Now, when I think about that test, I think I used some very interesting methods of speaking. I was speaking in a very easy way rather than answering the questions very directly. It was more like a conversation than a test. I was relating to the topic rather than speaking very specifically on it. So I was doing some research on how to speak about section 2, and I found some interesting tips which I'm going to share with you. So whenever you the problem is that it is very specific and short, so sometimes it is difficult to gather ideas. Instead of speaking about one incident, you can talk about multiple incidences related to that topic. Like for example, let's say the topic is that you are supposed to describe an area of your country you like. So where is it? What are its special features? What do you and other people do in this area? Explain why you like it. So if this is the topic and you're supposed to speak about it, instead of speaking about one area, you can talk about more than two areas or three areas. And if you want to, you can divide it into past, present, and future. So like for example, I would like to tell you about a few areas in my country which I really like. So first of all, I would like to tell you about Mumbai. Mumbai is a coastal area of my country, and it is the commercial capital of India. I stayed in Mumbai for almost 4 years when I worked for some telecom companies there. The thing I liked about Mumbai was its seashores and beaches. I also like its culture. The Konkani culture and food and delicacies is something which is uh, very unique about Mumbai. Most of the people there are in some kind of service or business. It's a big suburb. It's a modern tier one city of India. So there's huge traffic. People travel a lot, but most of them are, as I said, are they run their own show or they do some kind of job. The reason I like, as I told, is the seashore. Apart from that, I also like it for Bollywood. All the film stars stay there. Now, apart from Mumbai, I would also like to tell you about Delhi. I've stayed in Delhi for almost 6 years, and this is again a big city, which is in many ways quite similar to Mumbai, but it has got its own flavor of food and its own culture. There are lots of similarities, but there are lots of differences also. For example, Delhi is always abuzz with a lot of political activities. Uh, all the ministers and all the delegates from other countries usually come to Delhi to see what kind of city Delhi is. Prime Minister stays here. There are lots of bureaucrats who stay here. So the kind of culture which prevails in Delhi is very different from Mumbai, but I like both of these places for the unique opportunities they present. Now, see, I spoke on this topic for almost 3 minutes now. So, when you have more than two things to speak about, you can describe those two things and you get an opportunity to uh, showcase your vocabulary and presentation skills in more than two situations. And speaking is more about creating opportunities for yourself to speak. You are not supposed to be very specific and very focused on the topic. You can deviate a little bit. uh, you are checked on your fluency, your grammar and vocabulary. So these three things: fluency, grammar and vocabulary. They are not very specific about your content. So you can take some liberties in terms of deviating a little bit. You are supposed to speak about the topic, not on the topic. So there's a little bit of flexibility available there, and you can take advantage of that. You can make your own stories. So whenever you are thinking about a subject, you can talk about past and a present theory. In case you want to, you can also speak about the future. So here we have got another question. We are supposed to describe about a party. So what is the party? Why was the party held? Who attended the party? And what did you do for that party? Again, you can talk about a party in the past, a party in the present, and a party in the future. So you can talk about a past party which you attended. It could be a marriage party or a birthday party. You can talk about a party that you attended recently, could be a farewell or could be a housewarming party. And probably what kind of parties would you like to attend in future? If you want, you can try this. Time yourself for around 1 to 2 minutes. If the time does not allow you to speak about future, you can always talk about past and present itself. It might be that when you speak about past and present party itself, let's say you speak on both of them for almost 1 minute, you would consume those 2 minutes in speaking about the past and the present party itself. You would not get an opportunity to speak about the future. The purpose of all this presentation is just to tell you that you can divide your task into past and present, or you can have multiple instances of the same thing. Let's say they're talking about some kind of market you visited. You can talk about two markets or three markets. They could be in present or past, and that gives you an opportunity. Or you can choose two contrasting or two different types of markets, like for example one open air market and one mall. So I would like to so let's say the question is describe about visiting a market. What did you purchase? What did you find? What did you like about it? So I would, you can speak about two markets rather than one. I would like to tell you about visiting an open air market, and you can describe how open air market looks like. You've got good bargains there, and which area is it? Let's say in case you're from Delhi, you can talk about Sarojini Nagar market, and then you can describe about going to a mall and speak about things which are there in a mall, which are different from an open air market. So this is how you can create opportunities for yourself. Within the topic, you can have multiple topics. As I said earlier, this test is more about fluency, grammar, and vocabulary. It does not test content to a great extent. So even if you deviate a little bit, it's absolutely fine. You can create opportunities for yourself by giving yourself a little scope, by enlarging the scope of what you are speaking about. And you can easily consume 2 minutes. You can even speak for more than 2 minutes there. All the very best to you. So I'm trying to make very bite-sized small videos which are not more than 10 minutes, wherein I talk about one particular concept in its entirety. I hope these videos would be helpful to you. They are very precise, and do subscribe to my channel, and all the best to you.